Most woodworkers will tell you that a manual router is the single most dangerous tool in your entire shop, and honestly, they aren't completely wrong. If you handle it incorrectly, it can kick back, ruin your expensive project in a fraction of a second, or worse, cause a serious injury that puts you out of commission. But what if I told you that almost every single mistake people make with this machine comes down to one hidden technique that nobody ever explains properly? There is a secret to mastering router control that changes everything, and once you see how a master carpenter glides through wood like butter, you will never look at this tool the same way again. When you first turn on a router, the high-speed scream of the motor is enough to make anyone nervous. It spins at tens of thousands of revolutions per minute, creating a massive amount of centrifugal force right in your hands. If you push the router in the wrong direction, it will literally take off running, climbing right out of the wood and leaving a jagged, ruined edge behind. This is called climb cutting, and it is the absolute fastest way to ruin your material. To prevent this, you always want to feed the router against the rotation of the bit. That means if you are routing the outside edges of a board, you should move in a counterclockwise direction. If you are routing the inside of a frame or a cutout, you need to move clockwise. This simple rule keeps the tool stable and puts you back in total control. But even when you know which way to go, keeping the router perfectly flat is an entirely different challenge. The base of a standard router is actually surprisingly small, and as you reach the corners of your workpiece, it is incredibly easy for the machine to tip slightly to one side. The moment that happens, the bit digs too deep, gouging the wood and ruining your clean lines. To fix this, master woodworkers use a clever trick by attaching a larger custom-made auxiliary base to the bottom of the machine. This wider footprint gives you way more surface area to rest on the wood, making it physically impossible for the router to tilt or wobble as you navigate the edges. Another game-changing setup involves working with a dedicated router table or building your own portable trimmer table. When you invert the router and mount it underneath a stable surface, you completely flip the physics of the operation. Instead of moving a heavy, vibrating machine over a piece of wood, you get to securely hold the wood with both hands and guide it safely along a straight fence. This setup is perfect for cutting precise joinery, making clean dados, or creating beautiful, uniform decorative profiles on small pieces that would otherwise be too dangerous to route by hand. When you are cutting deep grooves or removing a lot of material, you should never try to do it all in a single pass. Forcing the bit to cut too deep all at once creates an immense amount of friction, which heats up the metal, burns the wood, and dulls your expensive cutters incredibly fast. Instead, you need to adjust the depth stop and take multiple shallow passes, lowering the bit just a fraction of an inch each time. It takes a little more patience, but the results speak for themselves. You get perfectly clean, smooth surfaces with absolutely zero burn marks and way less strain on your motor. If you ever find yourself needing to joint two boards together so they mate perfectly without any gaps, you can actually use your router table as a makeshift jointer. An old workshop secret is to sandwich the two mating edges directly against each other while you run them through the router bit. By cutting both pieces simultaneously, any tiny imperfections or slight angles caused by an uneven fence will naturally cancel each other out. When you flip the boards open, the two edges will fit together like a perfect puzzle, creating a seamless glue joint every single time. Woodworking is all about the details, and taking the time to optimize every single step of your setup makes the entire process feel incredibly smooth and satisfying. When you understand the physics of feed direction, utilize extended bases for stability, and respect the cutting depth, the fear completely disappears. You stop fighting the machine and start working in harmony with it, transforming ordinary raw timber into highly polished, beautiful pieces of functional art that will last for generations. If you found these workshop insights helpful and want to elevate your crafting skills, make sure to like this video, leave a comment with your favorite tool trick, and follow for more daily woodworking guides. By the way, I'd love to know, where are you watching this from? Drop your location in the comments so I can personally thank you.